guys, this is everything that you need to know about Double or Nothing. I'm Renee Paquette, joined for the first time ever with the one and only Mr. Tony Schiavone.
Hey, Renee.
Hi.
It's great to be working with you. I'm so excited about New York City.
Me too. I cannot wait. So pumped to get there. Guys, for the first time ever, AEW Double or Nothing is coming to you from New York's Louis Armstrong Stadium. That's Sunday, May 24th at 8 p.m. Here's how to watch.
If you're in the United States, you can watch on HBO MAX, in demand through traditional cable satellite providers, or, of course, Dave & Buster's.
Now, if you guys are watching internationally, you guys can watch on Prime Video, ppv.com, YouTube, DAZN, and on myaew.com. which is your one-stop shop for classic, current, and exclusive AEW content.
And some big news, as you probably know by now. Now, before that, at 7 o'clock, join us for 0 Hour on HBO Max and YouTube Worldwide for analysis and free match to kick it all off. And you've got some big news about that.
Mick Foley!
Whoa!
Mick Foley is joining us. I am so excited for this. Cannot wait to pair up with that man, to be reunited with him. Pumped he's going to be here in AEW.
I haven't worked with Mick since I was in my 30s. A long time ago.
Time to run it back. Time to run it back. All right, guys, let's start at the top in more ways than one. In our main event for the AEW World Championship, champion Darby Allin defends against MJF in a title versus hair match. If MJF loses, he will be shaved bald.
Well, MJF started his second world title reign at last year's World's End and was pulling out successful defenses any way he could against Hangman Adam Page, against Brody King, Bandito, Kevin Knight, Kenny Omega, and Dynasty.
There's a lot.
Yeah, but on that same show, winning the #1 contendership by defeating Andrade El Idolo, Darby Allin didn't waste any time.
Challenging an ignorant MJF, the very next Dynamite from Darby's hometown in Everett, Washington. And with his mentor, Sting, in attendance, Darby defeated MJF with a headlock takeover to capture his first world title. Since then, Darby has been on a suicide run of defenses. Tommaso Ciampa, Brody King, Kevin Knight, Pac. Every time, Darby has barely escaped with his life and the title.
It's been an incredible title run. I think we all can agree to that.
Yeah.
But MJF has been hounding him the entire time, desperate for a rematch. Seeing the leverage was his, Darby only agreed if Max would risk his vanity too, in the form of the curated follicles on top of that little hit of his.
Yeah.
Will MJF end the night with his third world title, or will he be doomed in his own hometown?
Darby, with love and respect, and I do mean it with all due respect, you're not ready to be world.
I think about you all the time.
I'm either gonna make it as Darby
Every night and every day.
or I'm gonna fail as Darby.
Darby Allin is your new All Elite Wrestling World Champion.
Give me my belt right now.
No!
Give me my rematch, Darby.
No! Everyone in the back deserves a shot at this. Every single week, I'm gonna put my body on the line until it gives out.
Enough is enough, kid. It's time to give me that rematch that you owe me, okay?
No, Max. I told you, if you want a rematch, you're gonna have to put something on the line.
You give me a rematch, I'll put my scarf on the line. I'll put my Dynamite diamond ring. I'll give you $1 million.
Listen, you most vain piece of I'm talking about your damn hair!
He would have to wear a wig, wouldn't he? It's a lot of hair, Tony. We could be here all night.
What do you say? What do you say?
When it comes to professional wrestling, Maxwell Jacob Friedman is the mountaintop.
He did it! MJF Darby Allin official. Oh, wait!
3-time world champion.
MJF just levels him with the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
The best professional wrestler in the world.
Well, another rematch that has been building for years for the AEW Tag Team titles. It is Copeland and Christian challenging FTR, but this time in an I Quit New York street fight. The road here has been a tumultuous one, as Cope and Christian reunited their rocky tag team all the way back in the fall of last year, leading to FTR taking out Cope's wife, Beth.
Cage and Copeland returned at Revolution, faced FTR Dynasty, and were still unable to unseat the champs thanks to some, let's say, skullduggery.
What a word.
I didn't come
Great
up with
word.
that. It's written for me. The feud has only intensified, involving Rocky, Trent, Ciampa, and the Bucks, the Dogs, and the conglomeration, but now it all comes to a big head in Queens. What are the rules for an I Quit match, a New York street fight? None. Do whatever you want to make your opponent submit.
And speaking of a match that has no rules, this one might crumble the entire building. I am talking Stadium Stampede. It will be 7-on-7 chaos as Jericho teams with Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, Jack Perry, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega to battle The Demand, the Don Callis family's Mark Davis and Andrade El Idolo, and the Dogs, Clark Connors and David Finlay. That's a lot of men.
That is a mess.
Woo.
That is a mess. Stay away from it.
Yeah,
okay?
I will. I'll steer
Absolutely.
clear.
Because they're going to be all over the stadium. Ever since Jericho returned to AEW, Ricochet has been a thorn in his side, both beating and embarrassing him. But Jericho has friends in high places, so he hired a little help from the Hurt. But when Ricochet caused Jack Perry to lose the national championship to Mark Davis, Jungle Boy had to call in some elite backup. Ricochet wisely called in the assistance of Don Callis and the Dogs, making this complete faction warfare. If you've ever seen a stadium stampede before, get your together. There's no other match like this. I love saying those words.
Yeah, you gotta let the people know. We are dropping facts here. So for the AEW Women's World Championship, it is a four-way match of champions, as Thekla defends against all former champs in Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Kris Statlander.
At Double or Nothing, I face 3 women. One who I hate.
Thekla, so unpredictable.
This might be a 4-way, but there's only one way this is going to end.
One who I respect.
I've been AEW Women's World Champion before, and it got ripped away from me, and it's just eluded me ever since.
Dumb bitch.
And one who I'm still not sure about.
Even though it's everyone for themselves, Stat and I will be on the same page, just like always.
Dumb bitch.
Now it's my time to rise up.
If you know who has my back, I do. That's all I need.
You want to go? Let's bloody go, because you'll soon find out, sweetheart. The unfinished business is my favorite kind. Dumb bitch.
Double or nothing, baby. The toxic spider is gonna destroy New York.
The Toxic Spider's been having the time of her life these past few months because nobody's been able to figure her out. Not only does she have wins over Mina, Stat, Jamie Hayter, Alex Windsor, and Thunder Rosa, but the Triangle has been on a tear, completely sidelining Persephone.
Now, we know the long history of Jamie Hayter and Big Stat Daddy trying to take down Thekla, but Shida is a very new wrench in the works here. I mean, with 3 former world champions, seemingly less than pure intentions taunting Mina and Harley Cameron, and claiming Stat will firmly be on her side.
The AEW International title is in the middle of a family feud as Don Callis is Richard Dawson or Steve Harvey, depending on your generation, as Takeshita finally faces Okada. When Don Callis recruited Okada into the family to beat Kenny Omega at last year's All In, we knew there was only room for one of them.
Jealousy, animosity, and a tug-of-war friendships with the now-injured Kyle Fletcher, and then an unsuccessful Continental Classic where Okada lost his unified Continental title to Jon Moxley, followed by Takeshita being unable to defeat Mox too. Look, these two absolutely hate each other.
But they are 2 of the best in AEW, the Alpha and the Rainmaker. And something tells me tells us no matter who comes out on top, Don Callis will try to be the true winner.
He does have a way about him, doesn't he? Yeah. And speaking of Jon Moxley, our Continental Champion will be putting that title up for grabs against Conglomeration's Kyle O'Reilly. Last year, before Mox won the title, Kyle submitted him twice, including in a brutal blood and guts match.
But Mox injured Kyle in the process, and O'Reilly spent months on the shelf. He returned to Dynasty in his hometown of Vancouver to win the Trios title with fellow conglomerates Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong. But now he's truly going double or nothing, earning himself another shot against Mox after going the distance in an eliminator.
Okay, can we finally talk about the Owen?
Let's do it.
The tournament that determines who gets a title shot at All in London. It all starts at Double or Nothing, and the brackets are stacked. On the women's side, champions from New Japan, CMLL, Ring of Honor are throwing their hats into the ring.
What was scheduled to be Willow Nightingale versus Alex Windsor has changed. Due to injury, Willow had to withdraw from the tournament and vacate the TBS title. Alex Windsor will face a wild card opponent at a later date, while the pay-per-view will now see Mina Shirakawa seek revenge against a woman who broke her hand and trashed Toni Storm, the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, Athena.
And on the men's side, Renee, it's filled with two former world champions, a former CMLL world champion and the current Ring of Honor world champion, Bandito, who is aiming to get revenge on Swerve. Ever since the most dangerous man in AEW invaded Bandito's world, he's been acting quite aloof until he showed up at Supercard of Honor to attack Bandito further. But the wanted man is ready to put up a fight.
And on the other side of the bracket, all eyes firmly on Will Ospreay versus Samoa Joe. Ospreay's return from a broken neck has been well documented, but when he was unable to avenge the injury against Jon Moxley, he decided to give himself over to the training methods of the Death Riders.
In the process, Ospreay ignored the recruitment from the Ops, something that Joe did not take very kindly to. The methods of the Death Riders have caused a change in the aerial assassin. We've all seen it, both in the ring and in the mind. But he's going to need a lot more than that to go toe-to-toe with Samoa Joe.
And if all of that doesn't sell you on Double or Nothing, I don't think that anything can help you.
And everybody else, we will see you on Sunday.